Flosstube, it's Elena here, the Stitching Farmer. I'm back for an update. It's been 2 months since my last video. I didn't mean to go quite so long since the last video, but life got in the way. But I'll share my life update with you at the end of the video, so that way if you're not interested, you can move on to the next video if you don't want to hear my life update. So I've been getting quite a bit of stitching in, even though I didn't have time to make a video. I have been doing a lot of stitching. So I will start first with probably the one I've had the least amount of time to work on, and this is September Sapphire Fairy. So this is a Mirabilia September Sapphire Fairy, and I'm doing this one for my daughter. She is a September baby. And I had started this a couple years ago, but I wasn't happy with the fabric. So I restarted it on this pretty pale color, purple lavender. Wait, I left this in the hoop. I'm a little worried that these hoop marks aren't gonna come out, but I've been working on her dress. So this has blending filament. I hope y'all can see that pretty good. This has blending filament in it. And I have read over these directions over and over, and it doesn't call to blend it with a DMC. Like, it seems like the one time I stitched Midsummer Night's Fairy, I never finished it, but that one, it was listed like this to blend the blending filament, it seems like. But these are just, my kitten is just into everything. These are just listed by themselves, and I read over the directions. It doesn't say anything about blending it with another color, and honestly I'm not like real happy with the way it's coming out. It's really hard to work with. I guess it's really probably gonna be hard to see, but this here is the blending filament. The coverage does seem to be pretty decent though, but it is just like, it just wants to come undone. Like, it doesn't want to stay cross stitched. So I was debating, like, maybe I should take this out and get the Krynic instead. I don't know, I'm still like on the fence, so I might just stop stitching with the Krynic or the blending filament and come back to that and kind of like to see what I decide. Kitten is just going crazy. So it's like thundering and lightning today. And my son took the boys and our daughter down to the bus stop. It wasn't thundering and lightning when he took them, but it started when he was down there. So he brought our daughter back. She's only 2. I guess she got scared. But I had gotten in the shower in the meantime. So then she's like just, you know, running around the house while I'm in the shower. And I come out and she's got the front door wide open. I didn't think of anything about it. I'm just like, Vivian, what are you doing? Stop, and shut the door. So like they left, he took her to school and went to work. And then like probably half an hour later, I hear this meowing, and so I start calling for Mocha, and nowhere to be found. He usually comes running. So I open up the front door and he comes running inside, soaking wet. I felt so bad, but I was just so thankful that he didn't run off, because there's a lot of like bears and coyotes and stuff that live here. So I was just so grateful, but I felt so bad for him. So I got, you know, dried him off real good and got him nice and warm, and he was purring so loudly, but my cat's crazy. He like is always trying to escape. I'm hoping maybe this will scare him, and so that he will stop doing that. All right, so another thing that I worked on was my English garden. Y'all are probably gonna get sick because I've been working on like the same 5 projects. So y'all probably gonna get sick and seeing all these same things over and over. So this is English Garden by Samplers Not Forgotten. I love this piece. I love band samplers. I really like stitching geometric designs. And so this is my progress. Dirty on the back side. This is, oh, I forgot to say what the first one I can't remember. I know this, I'll post it below, but this is a Garibaldi's fabric. I want to say it's like Wisteria is the name, but I'll post it below. It's 32 count though. This one is 40 count. Tiny, tiny holes. See there? So I stitched on this alphabet. I finished, did I finish it yet? No, I'm on S. So I still got a few more letters to go. I got the bird. He's so cute. There's more colors in there than it looks to be. Look at, oh, he just jumped down. He was like on the back of my chair. There's more colors than it looks like. I think, I want to say there's like 5 in there. But he's super cute. So I've got 2 pages done now. I believe there are 6 pages. Let me think. So like right there is about where I am. So yeah, 6 pages. So I don't know that I'm gonna have it finished by the end of the year. Oh, he came up. I'll show you. Look at how big he's gotten. He just got neutered last week. I'm hoping maybe that will calm him down. He does like to bite a lot, but he also will cuddle with me. He always sleeps with us. The other night, he got on top of our headboard and then he fell off on my head. So that was a nice way to wake up in the middle of the night. But he's a mess. I've never had a boy cat before and he's got a lot of energy. All right, so that was English Garden. Let's see what next can. Oh, I forgot to, meant to pull up like the websites of the ones that I don't have the, so bear with me for just a minute while I get on my iPad here. So this next one I'm going to share is the Modern Folk Embroidery, the annual stitch along. And this is what I've been spending the majority of my time on. So this is what it looks like. So this center part, you can buy another set of patterns and change that out. But I'm debating on if I want to or not. These are the other 4 center. And this one is my favorite. But I'd say this one is my second favorite. But I still haven't decided yet. There's so much variations you can do with these. I've just been stitching with what's on the pattern because I think that would give me a bit of a headache to try to figure out. So I'm not, like the way the stitch along, he just has it divided in 12 parts. I'm just stitching until I get a 1/12 of the way through. So I am currently, let's see, it's April. So this is a 1/3 of the way through now. So I stitched, this month I stitched this section. So I have started on this. So whatever this border part will be what is on the pattern, which I liked. It's just kind of like pretty little swirly kind of things there. I don't know if I want to spend the money to get another different center. I might just stitch it the way it is because I do like that one too. But I do love this design. It takes a lot of my monthly stitching time though. I think I spent 10 or 12 days working on it this month. I think it's around, I'm trying to remember, I want to say it was like stay on track. I want to say 40,000 stitches, but that seems like too many. No, it can't be that much. Oh, 4,500. Yeah, that's more accurate. I believe 4,500 is. So sometimes, some days I can only get like, 200 stitches in. But then some days I'll put in like, if I get a lot of stitching time, I can put in like 800. This one uses Pattern Keeper so I can keep up with how many stitches I'm doing. Most of them, not really. I don't really know. Let's see. Oh. This is the one. This is the one I start every month doing. Is my Halloween. Another year creeps by. So I'm doing one a month, and that one of these squares usually only takes 3 or 4 days for me to stitch up. And this is on, oh, the other one, I know it's 36 counts. I want to say it's Winter Moon. I'll post it below because I'm so bad with these, with the names of the fabrics. So this is my progress. So I've now got, I got 7 blocks done. I started this one, I think, last fall. That's why, you know, it's only April. That's why I got more than 4 blocks done. I love this fabric. I think it's perfect. It's 40 count Finnian by Seraphim Fabrics. So this month I did this one. But they're fun little stitches, pretty quick. I think it'll look good for when I'm all done for Halloween. I was almost a Halloween baby. I was born the day before. So I like Halloween. Liking it less and less with every birthday, but you know, don't we all? Stop. My husband just had a birthday. He turned 42, and I got him the number candles, the 4 and the 2. And the lady at Publix was like, 24 or 42? I'm like, oh, 42 is my husband. I'm like, I'm sure he wishes that he was still 24. And she's like, yeah, don't we all? Oh, no. Sorry, he just knocked over my 2 frames that I have back here. He's such a little stinker. But he does like to sit and stitch with me, but most, like for the first 10 minutes though, he's trying to swat at the thread. All right, so let's see what else do I have to share. I guess next I will share my dimensions stocking that I'm doing for my daughter Vivian. I started those like, oh, I can't remember if I started before she was born or after she was born, but she is turning 3 in September, so this will be her 3rd Christmas. So I'm hoping this will be the year that it's done. This is Holiday Glow Stocking. It's a dimensions kit. I'm stitching it with all the kit fabric, all the kit thread. And I'm actually making decent progress on it. So this month I did pretty good. I got his pants and the tops of his fur-lined boots or whatever they are. So, and I just started the top of the boots here. I think instead, since I don't want to scroll down yet, I think I'm going to come back and start on the snowman here, his body. I need to go back and start doing some back stitching. I think I might finish the bottom of the stocking. Like, look at this. I'm actually almost to the bottom of the stocking. His boots are like the bottom. Of course, you know, that's the heel part, not the toe part of the stocking. And a lot of people ask what kind of frames these are. These are Almanac Brains. And a lot of people have been commenting, asking to see how I stitch. I was going to do it this video, but I think I'll probably wait. I just don't have the time today to do it. But I'll try to come back in like a month or 2, maybe a couple months. It's really raining outside. All right, so another one I want to show. I don't have a picture, so let me pull it up real quick. Sorry, my kitten is going crazy up here. Let me see if I can move him. Oh, Mocha, so naughty. trying to remember. So one of the things I said is that I wasn't going to start any new. So far I've been good. Any new stitches until I finish something this year. But there's all these stitch-alongs coming out that I want to do. Forest Embroidery, they are doing a Treasure Island one. And I really want to jump on that bandwagon, but I really don't need another new start. This is one that I really want to start. Sorry, I got sidetracked here. This is the red and black sampler. I just love that. Look at that. It's gorgeous. That wasn't what I came here for. Let me see. So another one that I'm working on is the Everflowering garden. This design is so pretty. I'm stitching it on 36 counts, something or other, don't remember. And this is huge. I cut this to size because the fabric was even bigger. Like, look at how big that fabric is. So big. So I finished the first top band. And so this is the first top of the pages. And I am starting on this side, so I'm starting on the border there. I was stitching on it last night and I stitched these outlines of all the flowers, so I'm going to go back and fill in the orange and hopefully get the other ones. So like there's these little ones. And it's so pretty. So let me show you it one more time. I was trying to see if this was the one that I really, oh yeah, so I really like those birds there. I like all the colors in their tail feathers. There's just like so much going on in the sampler. And these are pretty too. I'm so nervous though about when I get to the bottom, it matches up. I mean, if I make a mistake, there's no way I'm just gonna fudge it. I'm not taking out anything. So that is called Everflowering Garden. Yeah, Everflowering Garden by Forest Embroidery. And I don't know how, but they're a Russian company, but somehow they are back to shipping out. So you can once again get their beautiful threads. Let me show. I chose, I guess Russia has their own brand of floss, so you can choose between DMC or Kirov. I went with the DMC, those threads, and I think I have them here. I thought that I saw them. These are the threads. Look at how perfectly wound these threads are. That's what they look like. And you can choose, like, say you want to stitch on 40 count 1/1. That option is a little bit cheaper for you. I'm really thinking, I really want to do the Treasure Island stitch along. I really don't need to start in my life though. I'm like, can I finish something? Is there anything I'm close to finishing so I can, you know, get a new start? But no, not really. Let's see. Oh, last but not least, my Chatelaine. Pull that one up real quick to share. Sorry, usually I try to have all this already pulled up. And I don't know how to edit videos, so you're just gonna have to watch me search. maybe someday, maybe I can get my son to like learn how to do it and then he can teach me. Because he's at that age where you start learning everything about computers. Oh, there it is. All right, so this is called Fairy Flower Garden Mandala. It's so pretty. I'm stitching this one for my daughter. I love these fairies. Look at how cute. And her faces, their faces are all stitched over one. So I haven't gotten to stitch one of those yet, but I'm working my way there. So I actually spent a good bit of time with this. Let me see if I can stand up here so I can get a little, see what I'm doing. All right, so last time you'd seen it, just the center was stitched. I had just stitched this. So since you've seen it, I started stitching the dragonflies. And this is the outer border here, so I've made it all the way to the edge. Look at how pretty and delicate that looks. I need to start outlining those dragonflies. As you can see, they have no tails, and that's because they are all beads, and I'm waiting till the end to bead it. I know it's kind of a pain to wait till the end, but I always worry that they're going to get crushed. The kitten is just going crazy. So right now I'm working on stitching the little plants here. With the dragonflies, you might not be able to tell, but there is so many colors in this. And then this one is a dragonfly too. I'm hoping you'll be able to tell a little bit more once I start outlining them. The one thing about these is it's really hard to stitch something 4 times. So I'm like thinking about shifting over and starting doing it on the other side. But that's the one thing about the mandalas. And a lot of her later projects, you don't do a whole lot of stitching the same thing 4 times. She, I know some of them, like the St. Petersburg one, I think that one is stitched 4 times. But the other one, she's tried to change it up and do different things on each side to get away from the monotony of, you know, stitching something over and over and over. Because it is hard to, I'm trying to remember, most of them, let's see, I've only stitched 2 to completion. I've done the sparkling peacock, so I had to stitch the peacocks 4 times. The one thing about that one is they're all different colors, so that made it a little bit better, you know, getting to change it up in each one. And then I stitched Versailles. That one was hard because I really struggled through stitching the buildings because those colors are so dull and so boring. I was like, oh, I can't stitch this anymore. But this one, these colors are great. Like this here is all one color thread, but because of the variegation, it really gives it a nice flow with the blue and the pink in there. But you really have to pay attention to that stitching. And this was a pain to stitch, but I love the look of these here. I'm not done yet. I've still got to go in and fill in some more. Let me see. Like there's, if you look close here, I've still got it. These are some kind of Jessicas in there and the little flowers, and then there's still lighter color ones that I've got to stitch too. So right now, see the dragonfly. So all this is beaded. A lot of the wings are beaded. His tail is beaded. I'm gonna go outline it, so maybe that will help a little bit. And right now this is the part, this outer border here. And then I'll do the other side before I roll it up, and I'm gonna go bottom next. And maybe I'll stitch one of those fairies to kind of break up doing the, I thought about rolling it down, go ahead and rolling it down after I finish this side and stitching a fairy. But I'm undecided, I don't know. It's kind of a bit of a pain to go back and forth to roll it up and then roll it down. I get it like just how I want it, like that's not gonna come off the frame until it's done, hopefully. Because you get it just how like you like it. I have to like shove paper towels because with the linen it's so thin, it will just pull it out when I tighten it. So I put I line it with paper towels, make it a little bit thicker so it won't pull out. I have it like just how I like it. So that was everything that I stitched on for the last 2 months. The kids went out of spring break, so that's why I got so much progress on that one. They went up to my husband's parents' house, so I spent the whole week stitching on that. So this is one I haven't stitched on, but I really want to, with the holidays coming up, really want to get back to this one. Like when I look at this, I'm like, oh, that won't take long at all. Like, there's nothing to it. That house is huge. I'm still working on it. I'm stitching this on 36 count. That one is antique white, I believe. I can't remember if it's 20 or 32. I want to say it's 32 though. So I'm still working on this house here. So I am over halfway done. I'm like at the bottom of those windows there. So I'm getting pretty close. The eagle's probably gonna take a good bit of time as well on the border, of course. I love Plum Street designs. Paulette is so talented. So I'm gonna try to get some stitching in on that one too. So naughty kitten. It's been so long since we've had a kitten. It's probably been like 17 years, and I forgot how like much energy they have. All right, so I got a bit of haul. Ow. Oh, sorry, I had to put him on the floor. He's being very naughty. So I've been trying to like get all the blackbirds since I've been trying to focus on stashing up things that go out of print, like blackbirds, some of the older Mirabilias. I haven't bought any lately though. And Just Nan is another one that goes out of print. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to show. Let me see, which one is my Just Nan? This is where, I don't know if you can see it, but I keep all my patterns down here. There's a glare on that, but that's a Dimensions kit. It's Max and Adirondacks. I showed it before, and I went into a bit more detail with it, but I stitched that in college. So that was like, you know, last year. No, just kidding. That was like 20 years ago. So, Just Nan, she's been doing these mouths on a tin. I think the first one was this one. This is the peacock. I saw someone stitching these. I'm trying to remember who. That comes to me out. She's, I want to say she's from Moldova. Can't think of her name. She stitches a lot of Just Nan and actually finishes it too. So that's peacock. This one I believe was the next one. This was, he is playing on my ironing table. That's why you hear the all that noise. This is Glory Females. And these are a little pricey. They're about $30. It does come with this tin here that he can sit on. And then you stitch the mouth, and I'm not exactly sure what you would call the little square piece. Looks like she calls it a needle book. So these are really cute. I have finished one mouse, and I did find it difficult. Maybe like it'd be one of those things, the more you do it, the better you get out. And this was the one that was released over Christmas. This is Gingerbread Peace Mouse. This guy, he has a little sign that he holds that says Peace on Earth. And each one you get the tin with. And she just released the latest one. I think it's called Ruby Slipper. So that should be shipping to Needle Shop soon. Alright. And so I've been trying to get the Stockings by Blackbird. There's one for each month. So I got all now, but I'm missing December. This one is Loving the Air. Okay, so I got these all mixed up. This is February. Each one comes with 3 stockings. This one is July. I really like this one on the cover there. This is upside down. This is April stockings. Those are the 3. Brenda and the Cereal Starter. This is what like really got me wanting these stockings, was watching. It's one of their earlier videos. I want to say it was like within the first 10, but she showed like all the stockings that she'd done. And so that really made me want to collect these stockings. This one is September. We have here, this is August. That one's really cute, little house there. I guess it's a flower. Wildflower. Poppy. Oh, it's a poppy. Okay. All right. What is this one? Is January. I like that, the cover one, a lot. March of the Daffodils, it says. See a little bit better on the back side. I like that one there. The clovers are cute too. I guess those are clovers. It's backwards for me, so I can't read it. May. This one's May. Not exactly sure. I guess those are some type of flower there. Glorious June. October, I think October may be my favorite. And the other 2 designs there. And last but not least, what is this? November. So I'm missing December, but I'm gonna order it next month. I saw somewhere that still has it. Some of these looks like they're going out of print. And it does look like December might be one of the hard ones to get, but I saw a place that still has it in stock, so. Alright, so some more. I'm really stocking up on the Blackbird. A Joyous Day. I saw someone stitching this. I can't remember who it was. It might have been. He's just like trying to get into everything up here. I think it might have been Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. I want to say it was her that I saw. Beautiful design though. I haven't actually stitched a blackbird yet. I think for the first one I want to stitch the 3 summer, winter, I think it's autumn. One of them's left out, I forget which month was left out. This is Violet's Blue. I saw someone on Instagram had stitched this one. It was very pretty. Seems like they'd slightly changed the colors, though I don't think they were so dark. This new Birds of a Feather, that was a re-release, a reprint. I really like this chart too. It's got the original on the back. The one thing, I don't know what color fabric to stitch it. Like that bird's wing doesn't really show up good. So I'm thinking maybe something a bit darker than what you see there. I don't know. I'm really bad about picking out fabrics. It's not something that I really like. This is part of the Beetle series. This is Octopus's Garden. One of these is getting really hard to get. I think it's this one. Yellow Submarine. Pretty sure you can still find this one pretty easily. This one is Raven Bewitched. This one is part of the Loose Feather series. Blue Bird of Happiness. I love that one. And then I got one of the Sweet Land of Liberty, the books. Let's see. I really like this one here. I've seen quite a few people stitch it too. But there's always a good bit of designs in here. Here's all the different ones there. I saw someone stitching that one there too recently. It was really cute. Alright, so that is my Blackbird acquisitions. One of the market releases that I really liked was this one, Superior Bees. It is by Summerhouse Stitch Works. Looked like there was a lot of bee, different kind of patterns released at market. It looks pretty easy on the back side, it's just the pattern though. That one doesn't look too complicated. Oh, another Blackbird I missed. These are, well, I guess is it just one stocking? It's just one stocking. Crowning the Tree, it's a bigger size one, it looks like. I really liked it though. It's a better picture on the back. I think it's just, yeah, it's just one. Not sure how hard those stockings are to put together. They have like a little template in there, and you just, I guess you cut it out. All right, so I got the 3 Noras. I think these were the ones released last month, maybe. I don't know. I may have already showed these. I'm not sure. I really like these. This is Winter Folly. They're like I guess greenhouses or atriums. She tends to use a lot of water lilies, so I didn't buy the water lilies. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 water lilies in this one. Only 5 DMC floss. kitten again. Come on, Mocha. Alright, this is part of, not sure what series this one's. Sorry, I was trying to see if there's like a name to this series or not. Don't see any. This one is the Orange Princess. And then this one is Angelique Tulip. Alright, then I did a little eBaying. So I got one of these. I don't know why they put like a sticker right over top. Oh, it comes off. So I guess at some point, I never saw these until I started like looking on eBay, but Dimensions did called a Charts and Charms series. So this is not a kit, it's just a pattern with charms in it. And I think she's really pretty. She is called Guiding Angel. So you got to provide your own, all that's in here is the pattern. You had to provide your own floss and fabric. I want to say in the chart, the color, I want to say they use both Anchor and DMC. I got in there and looked at it once. The pattern was a little odd looking, seems like. So you can do Anchor or DMC with that. I think these are pretty old. It's odd, but I see them more from UK sellers. There's still a couple more. There's a mermaid one that I want. And there's an orca one that I want too. This is from 1996, it says. Does it have a designer? Designed by Lane Gordon. And then I got a unicorn chart. I was so excited to get this. I paid more money than I normally spend on these out of print kit, but this is Sun and Moon Dolphins. It's kind of like the yin and yang sign with you got the moon and the sun up here, and I just love it. A long time ago, I used to always want to be a marine biologist. Maybe it's like all the Lisa Frank stuff from back when we were kids, back in the 90s. Oh my God, it's just crazy. And also started kitting up. I saw Samantha, I don't know how to pronounce her channel name, Heike or Huga, I think it is pronounced. Stitcher. She's working on this spring Quaker. That is so pretty. She's made fantastic progress on it. She has stitched almost all the way around now. So this is part of a series. This is by Lila Studio. But I guess she just released the summer one at market. I guess it's concluded now because, sorry, he called me really bad. But the Halloween Quaker and the Holiday Quaker are considered part of the series. They look differently. They don't have the same look. So I'm hoping maybe she'll decide to go back and do a winter and an autumn one. There's so many like themes for winter and autumn besides just Halloween and Christmas that you can incorporate into it. So I'm hoping maybe. Yeah, so this is the Summer Quaker. This was the market release. And I love that one. I love the lobster, and there's a whale and a mermaid. It reminds me of what New England would look like you went up to Maine or something. Never been up to the New England states, but I hope someday to go to Boston or somewhere. So that's all the stitching I have, so I will update you on my life. Got some good news and some bad news. Oh, I thought he was about to take out the camera. He like launched from the, I have another chair across the desk here, and he launched himself off the chair and slid across, but he barely missed it. I feel like this whole video I've just fought with this kitten. So my son, my middle child, Holden, ow, he turned 7. We didn't really have like a big party for him. We just had his friends over, and they just played and did cake. And I think we took him out to eat, and we took him shopping, and you know, that's all he really wanted to do. And then my husband had a birthday, so we went to the beach. It was a beautiful day. The water is still freezing. It's only April, so I think the water is it's in the 70s. I think I saw it was like 71. But had the green flags flying. So normally when the green flag is flying, there's like barely any waves, but I think to me it was more of a yellow flag day where there's a good bit of wave. And so we went out there, and my daughter, she's 2 now, so she actually kind of got into it. She was like, it was so embarrassing though, she was like throwing sand on these poor people next to us. So I had to have a talk with her. Yesterday at school, apparently she hit her friend, but her teacher was like, your daughter's got a mean right hook. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. She has probably been my hardest. And then we went out to eat for my husband's birthday after we went to the beach, and she took her shoes off and started throwing them at these people next to us. I don't think they noticed, luckily, but another table did, and they were like laughing. She is a handful. Hoping I'll get past the 2s and 3s and she'll be better, but I don't know. Everyone told me girls were easier, but so far that's not been true. So I'll start with the bad news. Our cat Chloe, I know you've seen her on this Flosstube a lot. She started acting, this is probably been about a month ago. She was acting real lethargic, and she just wasn't really eating. So I told my husband, I was like, let's get her an appointment. So we got her an appointment for the next morning, and she seemed okay. That night she was able to get up in my son's bunk bed, and she slept with him that night. And the next morning she is still like really lethargic. So my husband was gonna drop her off on his way to work. So he got her in the car, and he said on the way there, she made this really weird noise. Kind of like like a growl scream or something, he said. But he got her in, he filled out the paperwork, and they took her back. And then he got a phone call on his way to work, and they told him to turn around, that she wasn't doing well. And he said when he got there that they had just finished trying to do CPR on her, and that she didn't make it. So, sorry, hold on. Hi, sorry. I had let some time pass since it happened, so I thought this would be easier to talk about. But the vet offered to do an autopsy at no charge, because we don't know how old we adopted her as an adult cat, so we don't know how old she was, but we think she was somewhere probably between the ages of 3 and 7. The place where we adopted her, it said her age was 5, but our vet thought she was probably closer to 1. We had her for 2 years, so they did the autopsy, and she had an asthma attack, they said. She probably had something else going on too. Sorry, probably like some kind of infection or something, and then on the way there, the stress brought on an asthma attack. So that's what ultimately, they said it was just a matter of time for her though. Alright, so, alright, so let's talk about the good news. I saved the best for last. This kitten, he is just like into everything. He wants to be right with me, which is fine. I like a cuddly cat, but he's just, I got a new job. So I quit my job. Today is Thursday. I quit my job on Friday was my last day. And then I'll start my new job on Monday. I got a job at a hospital. So I'm super excited. It's been, you know, I've been out of pharmacy school for, it's been 15 years now. So there's a lot to learn. Hospital is completely different from retail pharmacy. It's like totally different. So I've got a lot to learn. So I'm not sure how much stitching time I'm going to be getting in the next, I'm going to do 8 weeks of training. So the position I took is as an overnight pharmacist. This is a brand new thing for this hospital. So they have brought on to me, and I haven't met the other person yet that they brought on. So we will be working 9 o'clock at night till 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's 7 on, 7 off. So you do a full week and then you're off the next week. So if anyone has any tips or tricks, I've never done overnights before. I am a bit of an insomniac, so that should hopefully be to my benefit. I think I'm probably going to struggle more with sleeping during the day, will probably be my hard part. I have read that overnights can be hard for your health, and just for, but it seems like you either love it or you hate it. So I'm hoping I will fall under the love it side of things, and just gonna, you know, really hope that, I really like the idea of the 7 on, 7 off. I don't know if I'll probably so I will get home and then I'm going to try to sleep when the kids are at school, and then when they get home, you know, I can wake up and spend the evening with them before I go to work. And the only hard part I think will probably be the weekends when I'm working, because I'll have to be trying to sleep during the day. I figured I can get a good pair of earplugs and maybe some blackout blinds. So I got a cat here in my nose now. And so hopefully that will help. I tend to sleep with the TV on, but I know I've taken naps before, and Lola will start barking, and that will wake me up. I'm a pretty light sleeper, so I might have to get some earplugs. And that way, on the weekends when the kids are home, my husband doesn't have to worry about trying to keep them quiet for me. You know, he can take them outside and in the backyard and they go swim or do whatever with them. So I'm really excited about starting a new job. You know, I spent 15 years in my prior company, and I don't think they were very happy when I was put in my notice. You know, after 15 years, you think, like, they didn't even give me a card or anything. I thought it was a bit petty, but that, you know, it tells me I made the right decision, I think. I think I'm going to be much happier. Like, all the staff that I met, they were all very nice. They seemed like they were going to be very helpful, because there was going to be a big learning curve for me transitioning to hospital pharmacy. So I think I'm going to be happier though. Retail pharmacy, especially since COVID, has really been a struggle. Like just the amount of workload has increased so much with doing all the COVID vaccines and COVID testing and like COVID everything. They're trying to transition into doing flu testing, strep testing, which will be nice for the public. And I think it's a good thing. I think the vaccinations are a good thing, but we just don't have the support there that we need to have. So I think I'm going to be a lot happier in hospital pharmacy once I get the learning part down. So if anybody has any tips or tricks on doing overnights, please drop me a comment below. I'd like to see if any nurses or any other overnight professions out there, if you have anything that helps you do them. So I'm gonna try not to wait so long next time. Gosh, there's my nose is just so much cat hair up it. Sorry, got a notification on the phone. So I'm gonna try not to wait so long. My goal is to keep doing a monthly update. Just, you know, so much happened. Like I was, on my days off, I had so many interviews that I went to. Like I had actually gotten another job too before this one, but I don't know, it was really strange. Like I asked for more money and I never heard back from that job after they gave me the job offer. I think it was for another retail pharmacy. I think what happened was they had their pharmacist hours cut. And so that's why I didn't get the, I never heard back. Which I think now, I think it was a good thing. Like everything, I believe, worked out for me in the end. I think I'm gonna be happier. So I will see you guys in a month. So I hope everyone gets lots of stitching time in, and if you have any questions or comments, you know, I love reading everybody's comment. I read every one of them. I try to respond to them all too. It just might take me a little time to get back to you. And I will try to do that video with my stitchy spot and show you where I stitch and how I stitch. Lately I haven't been stitching on, I have a big frame that I put the big one on, but lately that's the only one I've been putting on. I've been stitching more in my Q-snap. I don't know why. I think it's more just because I don't like, it can be a bit of a pain to, you know, take this off and then put a new one on and get it like just right. So once it's on there, it tends not to come off until it's done. Every once in a while I'll change them out, and then that one will stay on for like months. So I will try to get that video filmed next week, and so I will see you guys in a month. Take care.